What's up, good people? I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm Landon. I'm joined by Zach, and this is High Ground Podcast. We are also joined by Shadow, our mascot, who will be revealed after 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe. Zach, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday, the sequel to the 2003 film, I believe. Freakier Friday came out this year, starring Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis, directed by Nisha Ganatra. Fun name. The ratings, it has 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7 out of 10 on IMDb, and a 3.4 on Letterboxd. Zach, what do you give this film?
I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I feel like it was pretty good. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, to be honest, because I liked Freaky Friday. It's one that I've seen several times throughout my childhood and stuff, and just like it's just a good like funny movie, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like this kind of like followed up pretty good on that and kind of around the same lines of that, you know.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.3. Thought it was a solid film. Liked it. I thought I did really good as a sequel to the first film. I don't think it like did anything bad to the first film. I think it did the first film justice. I think it was a solid sequel. I don't think it was a copy and paste. I think also gave those Freaky Friday fans like wow, like we are thinking about you type of deal. Zach, do you have any like thoughts that like aren't spoilers before we get into the spoilers?
No, I mean it was cool. I think the coolest thing to me is finally seeing like Lindsay Lohan in a film again.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember the last time she was in one, but obviously there's so many like childhood classics I think of when I think Lindsay Lohan. Obviously Freaky Friday. There's The Parent Trap. There's what's that movie with the car that comes to life? I forgot, but there's that one. If you know, you know. But yeah, she's iconic, and you know I feel like a lot of kids grew up with Lindsay Lohan, so it was cool to like see her now, still like act and stuff, you know, because it's been a while since she's been in the limelight, I feel like.
She was in Herbie. I didn't even know.
Herbie, yeah. That's what it was, yeah. Dude, I love that movie.
That was a great movie.
But yeah, and then, you know, it was cool. Just the fact they got pretty much all the original actors to come back and do this movie was pretty cool. So I was really pleased with that. But yeah, other than that, like, it's a really good movie, so we'll talk spoilers here in a second. But what about you? Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I loved it. Love seeing Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis together again. I love the first film. Growing up, my sister showed it to me. I was like, yo, this is pretty good. It's a funny little film. Disney film that not much to it, but simple.
Yeah, kind of
film.
Simple concept.
That 2000s vibes. I love that vibe in like those 2000 films. But let's go ahead and get to like spoilers and stuff. Zach, well, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So go watch it if you want to watch it. Unless you want to get spoiled, then hey, I ain't judging.
That's why we're here.
Zach, tell me some of your thoughts about like with spoilers.
Yeah, I thought it was good. One thing I was really glad they did is like it's the same concept, right?
Yeah.
Where they switch bodies and everything, but this time it's a twist where Anna and Tess, so the Lindsay Lohan's character Anna, Jamie Lee Curtis's character Tess, and then you have you have Anna's daughter Harper, who's played by Julia Butters, and then you have Lily Davies, played by Sophia Hammond. So all four of them switch bodies, and I thought that was a really cool concept because you know, the now older Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis playing these young girls, and like, oh, I'm invincible, and like, yeah, it was just funny, like that dynamic. And then the other side is like, why does my body hurt?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I relate to that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I know we're only in our 20s, but geez, man. So that was really cool. There was a good dynamic though, and you know, it's cool to see like Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis still have the on-screen chemistry and kind of mother-daughter dynamic, and it works. But yeah, it was very entertaining movie. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward, and there's actually like a good plot to it too. It wasn't just like, oh, they switch bodies again. It was, I don't know. I feel like there were some heartfelt takeaways from all that. So
yeah, I was actually pretty surprised that the plot was kind of altered in a way. Like the way they changed bodies wasn't the same way as the first movie. It was with a fortune teller instead of like the fortune cookie and all that. Like the first film. Something that really stood out to me and I was like really impressed was so whenever Lindsay Lohan and her husband meet each other for the first time. One, that was a really funny scene.
Oh yeah,
with
cliche.
Just the whole like, I was like the principal. She's like, oh, I'm single too. Y'all want to go get some wine? Like,
Yeah, it was so funny.
I was dying, bro. She's like, we could hang out. I'll make reservations right now.
It was just the obvious like the audience reaction of like, oh yeah, no duh, you're single. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, also, I don't know. I love that trope. I think, like, I feel like we all make fun of just because we've seen a lot of movies. We make fun of like cliches and everything, but just them doing the cliche of like the two like romantic people in the movie bumping into each other, and the guy helps her with her books, and then they fall in love. I thought it was funny them doing that cliche.
Dumbest thing ever, but it's like if it ain't broke.
That too. I think it was very good as a 2000s film, kind of in the 2020s.
Yeah,
it was nice seeing that because like we recently saw Happy Gilmore 2, which is basically a 90s film in the 2020s. I kind of like that about some sequels is like it
keeps the legacy it left.
Yeah, and you still get that vibe, but with modern technology, which is nice.
Right.
But something that really stood out to me in the beginning was whenever they first meet each other. There's like a time lapse transition, and I really love that.
That was
that time lapse transition, just with like that whole like the scrapbooky 2000s transitions, 9 years, 10 years, all the pictures and stuff. I'm like, I never thought of that as for like a time lapse. So I always love when they do a good time lapse to like that's more creative than just like.
5 years later.
5 years later, 6 months later, I like they actually like put effort into it.
Yeah,
and
it shows you kind of what happened in that time instead of just like what happened.
Yeah, so I really give props to like the crew and the artists who really put their effort into that transition, because I know a lot of them won't get their flowers for just that quick minute transition, but it was amazing. So thank you for that. Is there anything like you want to talk about that's like stood out to you, funny moments, this, that?
Yeah. Also, I wanted to segue to and also give a shout out to specifically Chad Michael Murray, who plays Jake, and then Mark Harmon, who plays Ryan. So we were talking about this last night whenever we saw it, but so Mark Harmon, for NCIS fans, he plays Gibbs. So every time I saw him in Freaky Friday, I forgot he's in it. So I'm like, that's Gibbs. So it was like really funny so I did the same thing in this one. And then also Chad Michael Murray was in One Tree Hill, which is one of my all-time favorite shows that I watched when I was younger. So it was really cool to see him too, because I'm like, hey, it's that guy. It's him. So I always like when not random actors, but like movies from stuff I've seen before, and like that's what I know him for. But it's like only like 10% of people like, oh yeah, I knew who that is too. So that was really cool to see. But other than that, it was just, it was really, I don't know, it was just kind of goofy comedy, but like it was unexpected too. That's why I was kind of shocked I liked it, because I was like, I don't know, because like the first one was the same way. It was like kind of this unique comedy thing. So it's like it either hit or it didn't. And this one was the same way, but it's like it actually like worked, and it was like funny. Obviously there's some moments it's like, oh god,
this movie did really good, because the first movie did it too, but this movie also did very good at the secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, literally. There were so many times I was just like,
you're just like, oh gosh, like the whole scene with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis like trying to get Jake to fall back in love with Jake, Lindsay. I'm like, bro, that is so funny. It
made my soul hurt watching that.
Bro, we're like, all right. That too, I think it's super funny that Jake is still in love with Tess after 22 years. He's still got feelings for the mom.
It's like, bro.
And then I think that was so funny at the end that he's like, this is my girl. Looks just like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like
literally.
From the 2003 film. I thought that was hilarious. Something that really stood out to me as well is that Lindsay Lohan's character, Anna, she's like just like her mom as a mom. Mm-hmm. And that was like, she became her parent.
Quite literally, yeah. Like literally. No, I agree. It was really cool, but also like, sorry, The Office.
Okay.
One of the worst scenes in the entire show. Anyway, back to the podcast.
If you don't know, we watch The Office
Fourth wall
in the
here.
background. Yeah, that's our fourth wall, is just The Office playing in the background. Huge shout out. The paper comes out in like a month.
Ish. Yeah, I'm excited with that. But yeah, no, that's something too. So speaking of the like single mom stuff, dude, the whole movie I was like, who's the dad? Like and they never answer that, because honestly, at one point I thought, oh, they're gonna reveal like it was Jake.
Yeah.
And like, but then they're like, oh no, that was just like her first like love, and then like they broke up for whatever reason, probably because he was like so into her mom. But oh, Jake.
Yeah, they really didn't talk about her dad much. It's just like her dad died kind of thing. It's kind of like Full House is like they have a mom, they have a dad, they just died. Anyways, move on.
Yeah, well, I feel like the way they were, it's like she chose to be a single mom. I feel like I think what happened is like it was one of those like she met someone and then they either broke up or got divorced. And then she chose to like step up and be a single mom. So
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, it was really cool, and you know, it was also that's something too, like the fact that the girl, so Julia Butters, I'm gonna look real quick. I don't think I've seen her in anything before. She looked very familiar, but the fact that she kind of looks like Lindsay Lohan a little bit, like she could easily like be her daughter, and that like worked, was like kind of surprising. Like, was kind of cool. They're making a Gray Man too. Sorry, I was okay.
There was another Short Circuit.
Yeah, thank you. So you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff. Okay, that's crazy.
Oh, this isn't like the robot movie. This is like a whole different thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you seen Short Circuit?
I've heard of it, so I know what you're talking about.
Fun movie.
I'm trying to also see.
Anyways, yeah, I thought she did good. That's what's fun about these type of films. Freaky Friday. So Like Father Like Son is the film I was talking to you about with Kirk Cameron. It's the same concept, but in 1987. It was like the actors get to play like the other actor, and it's like almost a challenge in a way for acting, and it kind of like pulls out the best in you.
Yeah,
which is like
be someone else.
Yeah, so it's like really underrated feature in like these type of films. Is like it's not just like a Disney chick flick or whatever. It's like no, they're actually like acting like Sophie Hammonds is acting like Jamie Lee Curtis, and Julia Butters is acting like Lindsay Lohan, and vice versa. You know. Yeah,
it was really impressive to like. That's why I know it's just like kind of random, but like kind of similar that I really like. Is Jumanji, like not the old one with Robin Williams, but the newer one with like The Rock, Kevin Hart. I really like that one because like that concept, like The Rock has to pretend to be Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart has to pretend to be. So it's like really fun, like they have to play these kids, you know, but like it's themselves, and that really like trips you out because it's like how do you do that and it works? Where it's like no, I can see that. So, anytime actors are able to do that, I think that's one of my favorite forms of acting is like completely pretending you're someone else. Yeah. Which is like the whole point, but like it's different when it's like a real person, you know what I mean? Yeah. Something else I want to talk about is, so we make fun of this because usually it's subtle, but this time it was in our faces. Yeah. The product placement. Oh, it was so obvious. Walgreens, Starbucks, Facebook. Literally. It was just like, boom. I'm like, there was a lot of product placement in this movie. Yeah, there really was. It was funny though. I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do? Buy more stuff, I guess. Buy more stuff for the yes. Something I also want to talk about is the ending, and I was like, so oh my gosh! Whenever the boyfriend, I'm gonna look up his character's name, Eric. Whenever Eric goes onto the stage and like he says yes to Lindsay Lohan's character, like being like, "You want to marry me?" and he's like, "Yes." And there's a champagne bottle that pops, and he jumps to the wedding. But my mind, seeing like thousands of movies a year, is thinking, bro just got shot. It was so funny because like from my point of view, so we're watching the movie and Landon's over on my right here, and I just see him kind of like start kind of jump, and he just starts laughing, bro. And I was like, what's so funny? Like I was like, you good? And he's like, I thought they got shot. I was like, what?
Bro, because like you know the movies. It's like finally that happy ending, and then boom, you're like,
yeah.
no. Like,
It was so funny because like then as soon as you said it, I was like, low key, yeah, that's valid. Because like,
yeah, like,
and I was like, wrong universe, bro. This ain't Batman.
wrong universe. But yeah, that whole scene was cool too. I really enjoyed them doing
the transition of like boom wedding.
Yeah, no, but like just the whole like her playing like the song again. Obviously, Pink Slip playing their like OG song from the OG film, and then her playing like the guitar for her like daughter, like in the background. The same thing she did for her mom in the background in the first film.
There's a lot of cool callbacks like that.
Yeah, so that was a fun callback. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of the movie. Do you what else has like stood out to you, if there's anything else?
I don't know. Like kind of like I said, it's a Disney movie, so like there's comedy. There's also like the heartfelt moments, and like I don't know, it's cool. I will say one thing that was funny to me too is like how Harper had the same experience Anna did. So like Harper's in Anna's body, like trying everything in her power not to like physically touch or interact with Eric. Just like when Anna switched to Tessa's body, she tried everything not to have like Ryan kiss her. It's like, that's weird. But also like, it's just funny. Like that whole same mindset is just like, yeah, that would be traumatizing.
Yeah.
Like you're going through all that. But no, that was a funny joke too. Literally, Harper literally is like, at one point when she's in Anna's body is like, I'm going to need therapy after this. I was like, real.
Real. It was also cool seeing her brother coming back, reprising his role. Harry coming back. It
was very blink and you miss it, but it was cool. Like,
yeah, I was glad he came back.
They did do that.
I was wondering that. I was like, I wonder if her brother's gonna be here. And then like he shows up at like the lunch. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, the reception thing.
Yeah. So I was like, that was fun. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of funny moments in this film. Them taking the car, like they can't drive.
That was so funny.
Love that,
dude. No, that was probably my favorite part of the whole movie because Jake's sign, he goes, "That's a woman after my heart."
Yeah,
I was like, that's so. Like, Jake's so funny, dude. Chad Michael Murray is actually super freaking funny, man. Like,
yeah.
I wonder. I'm gonna look real quick. Actually, I wonder what else he's been, because he's been in other stuff. I just always forget because like he's not very well known. Oh yeah, he was in Gilmore Girls. He was in A Cinderella Story. He was in Agent Carter?
Agent Carter.
I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as like I know him from, but that is interesting. Like he's been in a lot of random stuff. He was in The Lone Ranger. What?
He's a Hallmark actor.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I always forget that he literally played the Lone Ranger. How am I just now fit? Anyways, I need to stop before I go on a whole like brain rabbit hole.
That's a fun movie, The Lone Ranger.
It is. Very underrated movie. But yeah, no, he's hilarious. So like that was really funny to see him like do all that. So dumb.
The principal, or not the principal, the detention teacher.
Oh yeah.
Came back, reprised his role.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. I was actually kind of hoping like the teacher from detention from like the first film would be in it again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still alive or anything, but because like that was the whole thing. Like, what do you got for me today? Like,
yeah.
And they like trade the lunches or whatever. So that was kind of, which wasn't a big deal, but I was like, that would have been cool. Yeah. You got anything else?
No. I'm so excited for Freakiest Friday, man.
The Freakiest Friday.
I made that joke as soon as the movie ended, and I got the same reaction.
Do you recommend this film?
Yeah, I would. I feel like, for the general audience, it's funny. And then if you, like, I feel like this is definitely geared more towards, like, the female audience. I think they would enjoy it a lot, especially, like, families, like, mother, daughters, or stuff like that. Like, I think there's a lot to enjoy. But honestly, yeah, it's a really good just, like, family comedy movie. Like, that's clean, too. It's very clean. Very clean. Yeah, I'd recommend it. I think it's got something for most people, so.
Yeah. Man, when they said when they were doing the food fight, I thought I was thinking of Max Keeble. You know.
Oh yeah.
Underrated film, by the way.
It's very
Max
underrated.
Keeble, such a good film.
I think that's the first time I've seen a food fight in a movie since like the early 2000s. Like you never really see that anymore. Because I'm like, dude, I remember like when we were in elementary school and like we would joke like, oh, we should start a food fight. Like,
I thought like that was just like a high school thing growing up because it was like, in the movies. I was like, bro, this is like finna happen.
No,
I was like locked in. I was like,
that's something.
I'm ready.
Dude, this is like very off topic, but when Lily like, or no, when Harper like took the random like whatever that baked item was and like put it on her shirt or whatever, my first thought was like High School Musical when Gabriella accidentally gets spaghetti on it. I was like, wait a minute.
I've seen it before.
yeah.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think we're gonna close out the episode, but I'm gonna ask Zach a very random question. Well, before we close out, I want to say something, and me and Zach saw it together. So there's a film coming out with Zachary Levi in his Good Faith films that he's in, which he kills in every role. He's just like that good, like dad, whatever. But he had the gray sideburns or whatever, like Reed Richards. And he looked just like Reed Richards.
Me and Lena were both kind of pissed.
I was like, dude.
It was a casting so good right there that we didn't see before. And as soon he's like, do you see what I see? I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, Reed Richards. And I went,
yeah, bro.
And my whole like face like just filled with like excitement and then immediately disappointment. I was like, he was right there.
Yeah,
he was literally right there.
I was like, you would have been perfect. He did get Shazam and all that. And he's always killing in his role. So
like honestly, he looks like the OG Reed Richards.
Yeah, he does.
Like it makes me so angry that they didn't cast him. Bro. No offense to Pedro, but I'm sorry. I would have put Zachary Levi over him now that I see that. Like, God, it's so good. Anyways,
that's a plan. Cameo. All right, Zach. Random question of the day. After this helicopter goes by.
Yeah.
What is your favorite? I'm gonna look at the wall.
Yeah.
What NBA team do you hate?
What NBA team I hate?
Yeah.
Hate's such a strong word, but I feel okay. Like as a Thunder fan, I'd probably say the Mavs, just because like, you know, like I feel like I always feel like that's going to be our number one rival. Like I know we have the Warriors, we have the Spurs, but like I don't know. There's just the Mavs and us. Like it's always been like a rivalry, you know?
Yeah.
Because like honestly, all in all, like I said it again.
Do you support all in all, Zach?
Not again. Not again.
Do you support
and the Vince McMahon?
all those poor race cars?
I'm gonna have to ban that word from my vocabulary. Anywho, but yeah, like I don't know.
Axelrod. Okay, keep going.
He did what in this cup?
Oh my god.
Again, only 10% of you are gonna get that reference.
So the Mavs.
But yeah, I'd say the Mavs because like I'm trying to think. There's not any like most teams I'm cool with, and like I don't have beef with. I feel like with NBA it's more players. Like I don't like Kevin Durant. I don't like LeBron James. You know, I'm not saying LeBron James is a bad player. He's one of the greatest of all time. But I don't like the guy. But that's beside the point. What about you? Which team do you hate? I think I know the answer, but you go first.
I think I'm obligated to hate because I don't like the Celtics, but that's just because we always see them in like the playoffs, like every year. I do hate the Bulls though, because that's like like our rivalry kind of in the playoffs is the Celtics because we always see them in the playoffs. Like since the 70s, we've seen them in the playoffs. But it really is the Bulls because the Bulls are like an hour south of us, so it's like. I'm a Bucks fan, by the way.
I was about to say, yeah.
So, like, that's low-key a rivalry. It's not, like, a popular rivalry, because we've never, like, both been, like, good at the same time.
Yeah.
But that is low-key a rivalry that's, like, kind of slept on in the NBA. So, I would say the Bulls. That is my answer.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say the Pacers.
No, I don't hate the Pacers. I mean, I
feel like that's just a rivalry. Well, at least the past 2 years have been.
We've only seen them like last year in the playoffs because the year before that was the Heat, You see the Heat a lot in the playoffs. They beat us in the cup.
Oh, that's what it was. The cup. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't really care about the cup. I think the cup's
pointless. It's a Mickey Mouse trophy.
I think that's more for the players, but I feel like that could be used for like I don't know. My opinions, whatever.
It's just basketball.
Dear basketball. Y'all, we love Jesus, we love the Bible, and we love sharing the Word of God, and we're gonna do that right now. Zach, go ahead.
Cool. I'm gonna read out of 2 Peter, specifically 2 Peter 3:8-9, and it says, "But do not forget this one thing, dear friends. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance." Just remember, whatever it is, if you're in a waiting season, you're waiting for something right now, God's timing is never late, hardly early, but it's always right on time. And he's waiting for you to be repentant with him so he can build something within you before the right time is there.